Everyone, welcome to the last video in this series. I was thinking, I'll keep you in suspense and not tell you what colours I'm using for this bottle, but if you've looked at the thumbnail, you'll know I've decided to use the Harvest Gold for the metallic work, and then the sort of jade greens for the bottle. So it's going to still be quite greeny like the other one that we did, but I think it will be significantly different. I hope so anyway. So here is our Harvest Gold as I showed you before, and I'm going to work with this first. So doing all the areas that I think would be metallic to start with. Now I've got two shades of green because we've got this, which I think looks like a giant gemstone, that I'm going to do with a slightly darker colour to that I'm going to do for the glass. I'm not sure if I'm going to do any of the other bits as sort of gemstones. I potentially will. See here, these ones, I'm thinking if I put my metal in between, making sure it's a bit dark on these edges, I think those can look like little stones. I'm going to make this metal because it's easier. And these loops, so I'm going to fade them down towards the bottom, so it looks like there's some light shining down on the bottom there. There we go. I normally do those bits. I might leave those bits as gemstones actually. Let's do this bit as metal. Now I think I'm going to fade it towards the bottom on each one. Like that. And I'm thinking these drop bits could be stones, as could those. It's quite complex right now. I'm going to go to the bottom. Let's do this first, while my brain works on that bit. You could do these ones as gemstones too, but I've decided that it's almost like it's a sort of frame that the glass is sitting in. I'm going to do this as metal. To sort of frame the gemstones. I think if I did it glass, it wouldn't stand out so much or so well. That's my thinking. We'll see how it all works out at the end. There we go. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to do in that. Now I want my darker green. I've chosen the malachite green for the sort of gemstone-y part, so for the stopper to start with. Now we've got a shine drawn on the stopper. I'm going to ignore it and colour my stopper how I want to colour it, and then I'll come back and add some white on that right at the very end. So I'm really layering it up on the outside, get a nice dark colour, intense, and then reduce it as we come towards the centre to hopefully give the impression that there's some shine, and also that it's more rounded or spherical rather than just flat. There we go. Now for the neck, similar, we're going to use this colour as well. Now I'm not going to use this for the glass itself, I'm going to use it for anything that I thought might be a gemstone. Now ideally with these I'd like to leave a lighter bit in the middle. I've managed it on a few but not others, it's tricky. I'm going to do those, but leave the other bits as if it's glass showing through. I'm going to do these. I can't do a lot with them apart from fill them in. And these, I'm going to try and make them a little lighter in the middle. tricky, but I'll do my best. And these as little gemstones too. Now we can get our white pen on here later and try and emphasize that shine a little bit more, but for now just trying to fade it towards the middle. Oh, a lot of banging. My son's upstairs. There we go. I'm wondering about these, whether to do these as gemstones, but I think I won't. I think I'll leave those and those. So my last colour is the Verde Jade. Okay, and I want this to be lighter so that it looks paler, so you can distinguish it from the gemstone. It is a lighter colour anyway, but I'm trying not to press very hard. But I'm going to have to layer up a little bit so you can actually see it, and leaving some white in the middle. So here, I'm just going to do these bits first. It's just these two will be a bit lighter than these end ones. So on this part, I fade it towards the centre, like that. The same with these. So these outside ones are lighter, this centre one really pale. A little bit more for that one, and that one dark. We do the same with these bits. We sort of fade it as we go towards the middle. It's harder to convey a fading look when you've got a lighter colour, but I think we're there. And then down the sides, a lot there, and I'm going to do less layers as I go towards the middle. And less. There we go. I'm just going to fiddle with it a minute. Fill in the scruffy bits. Yeah. So last is the white. Where's my white? It's right, moved. So here we're going to use the white where indicated. There, I might just put a little bit around that side too. Put a little bit on the sides of the glass, and then on the gemstones I'm thinking a little bit on each side, but opposite sides, so it looks like our light source is in the middle. There we are. I'm going to leave that there. So there is that one. Now let's make a little bit of space. Whoops, just moving my pencils around so you can see the whole page. Let's put the whole page into shot so you can see it. There we go. So there are our bottles. Now they're not the most perfect looking bottles, you know, but I hope that they are it's a nice sort of fairly straightforward way to colour them, which was the plan. I wanted to make it easy for me, and hopefully that's meant that you've been able to follow along as well. So those are our 6 bottles, so that was a lot of fun. Thank you very much for joining me for this series. I've enjoyed it. I hope that it's been okay for you as well. And I'm not sure, we might be doing something from Rita Berman next, I think, but you'll have to wait and see. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe so you get a notification when the next one comes out. But for now, thank you and happy colouring.